fifth grade. Today we are going to estimate products of mixed numbers, which is lesson 8-7, and I'm on page 137 in your workbooks. We're going to use rounding to estimate our products. So let's look at number 1 on page 137, which is 8 2/3 times 1 1/4, and this is on 137. So what I need to do is I need to round each mixed number to the nearest whole number. And we did that in the last chapter. Remember, I have to look and decide that this 8 2/3 comes in between 8 and 9. And I have to look at my fraction. Remember that 1/2 is our magic fraction telling us to go up if it's 1/2 or more. So 2/3 I know is more than half because 2 times 2 is 4. 4 is greater than 3. So this will round up to 9. And 1 1/4, I know that 1 1/4 is less than half because I know that 2/4 is half. And I can check it by saying 1 times 2 is 2, which is less than 4. 1 1/4 is between 1 and 2. It's going to round down to 1. So 9 times 1 equals 9. All right, let's look at number 2. 3 5/8 times 7 3/7. So 3 5/8 comes in between 3 and 4. All right, I know that 4/8 is half, so 5/8 is more than that. So this is going to go up to 4. And then 7 3/7 comes in between 7 and 8. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6, which is less than 7. So the 3/7 is less than half. So it's going to round down to 7. 4 times 7 equals 28. Let's do one more on this page. Let's do number 3 because I have a fraction times a mixed number. So I have 5/6 times 23 5/8. So 5/6 I know comes between 0 and 1. 5/6 is greater than half because 3/6 is half. So it's going to round up to 1. And 23 5/8 comes in between 23 and 24. 5/8 is greater than half because 4/8 is half. And I can just check, doing 5 times 2, that's 10. So it's going to round up to 24. So 1 times 24 equals 24. You are actually going to do 138. So on page 138, on 1 through 6, you're going to do what we just did back on 137. You can skip number 7, and I'm going to go down and do a word problem with you. Let's look at number 8. It says, Chase has 3/4 of a yard of framing material. Cody has 3 5/8 times as much as framing material as Chase. Clyde has 1 1/2 times as much as Cody. About how many yards of framing material does Clyde have? Explain how you found your answer. Well, first let's write down the information that we have. So it's number 8, and we know that I have 3 people. I have Chase, and I have Cody, and I have Clyde. Okay, so the first thing I know is that Chase has 3/4 of a yard. And that Cody, it says, has 3 5/8 as much as Chase. So 3 5/8 times Chase, which would be 3 5/8 times 3/4. And then Clyde, it says, has 1 1/2 times of Cody. 1/2 times Cody. So first we have to figure out Cody, but we're estimating. So 3 5/8 would round up to 4, and 3/4 would round up to 1. So Cody has about 4 yards. So Clyde has 1 1/2 times Cody. So 1 1/2 times 4. 1 1/2 is exactly in the middle between 1 and 2 because it's exactly 1/2. When it's 1/2, I always go up. So I'm going to make this 2 times 4 equals 8. So Clyde has about 8 yards of framing material.